I know everyone's playing Silksong, and a small amount of us are instead waiting for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, but there's this new Dragon Ball game that came out. So gekishin squadra just released, and it is the Dragon Ball MOBA I've talked about. Oh god, hasn't been weeks? A month? More? I've talked about on this channel before, I would say, because it's easier. And yeah, it's great. That's it. Roll the credits. No, okay, I want to talk about it a little more. They did make some changes. Most of them were balance changes that I don't really want to talk about, to be honest with you. And a lot of it was instead new content, mostly in the ways of new characters and a slight amount of new rules for Divine Draw. But now that I've got this game more in my hands, like I've spent more time with it, I can say comfortably, yes, this is what I wanted. I love this game. I really do love it. So in terms of new characters, I'm just gonna try and list them from my head, so I'll definitely forget some and it will be embarrassing. There's Tournament of Power / Dragon Ball Super 17. There is Perfect Cell, which transforms for First Form Cell. There's Scale that can transform into Berserk with her ult. I know for a fact there's someone else that I'm forgetting. If I'm forgetting them, they mustn't be important. No, it's Daima Goku! It's very important! Goku has Glorio and Pansy, I think is her name? Pansy? I don't know how I'm supposed to pronounce that. I'm French, don't be mean. But yeah, I haven't gotten the chance to play Cell yet. From what I've seen both players being either very bad or very good with him, with like no in between. So I'm confused. Like, when it comes to the other characters, I feel like they're really cool. They play into the game really nicely. I do appreciate that for the most part, this game feels like it has a better damage numbers, like overall for the game. Cause like, I feel, when I play Pokemon Unite, I feel like every character is too goddamn squishy, except characters that are built to actually resist damage. And this is not exactly a problem I have with Gekishin Squadra, except towards the tall end of the game where everyone really is strong and every action matters. But I feel like that's fair, you know? It's mostly the early game and mid game in United I feel like have way too much damage. Especially speedsters. Shout out to speedsters, I hate them. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about Pokemon Unite, I'm here to talk about my stupid buff Saiyans. They also added some support characters like Nail, who does auto attacks when you deal auto attack damage to enemy heroes, which is very good on characters like Daima Goku, which like his spec is built around his auto attack. In general, Daima Goku feels like such a cool character. I had to take a little bit of time to actually adapt to his gameplay and know how to build his divine card and which support I got before I got Nail. But after a while I kind of got a feel for his power spikes and overall his strengths and matchups, and he feels very satisfying to play when you do master his little kit. 17 is really cool to play. I love his kit. He basically is a shield support that can enable his skills again when they're all cooldown with a secondary resource. And I don't know, he has lots of cool debuffs and he plays nicely if you have a friend. I would not recommend playing support alone on this game. There are Dragon Ball fans. I've seen people try to frontline with Oob, and Oob's entire kit is basically please kite Uwu, so I really don't know why you would try to frontline with the man. I guess people are like that sometimes. And I still don't really manage to get tired of the game, which is pretty cool. It's been interesting. I would say, wait, I can tell you how much time I've got. That's easier. Give me a sec. Yeah, 10 hours over 2 days. I know this sounds like rookie numbers, but I have a full-time job, so this is actually a lot of time for me. And I would say not a single time of it I have spent bored. Some of it I spent frustrated, but it was never because of the game per se, which I do feel is pretty balanced overall. Put a little pin on that one. It was mostly because of allies and the lack of clear communication. I really want a text chat, but at the same time I don't want a text chat. I want the communication a text chat would bring. I don't want to have that text chat and have people talking to me, basically. Yeah, people are a bit oblivious. I think there are some people that are very new to MOBAs, and it shows. It's kind of the Unite effect, where you have a really cool intense fight that you lose and it's gonna make you lose the game, and suddenly your eyes dart over to that one motherfucker who is not doing shit and you're like, I'm normal. And yeah, to take that pin off about the balance, tanks are still a bit too strong in my humble opinion. Cooler can be terrifying when played by people that know their shit. Same for Cell. Zamasu is fine now. I don't think he's as oppressive as he used to be, but I guess it's because there's new characters, etc. so it doesn't feel as threatening. In general, I do feel like it's easier still to defeat tanks, but I think it's just because I got used to the power dynamics and to build to actually defeat tanks in this game using the divine cards. So yeah, I don't know. It's got better. It's not still exactly at the place I wish it was, but it's fine. Also, Kale, because I don't think I've talked about her gameplay yet, is really fun. You spend your time kiting, doing your little spells, etc. And when you do your ult, you basically gain shield, and as long as you have overshield, you stay transformed in Berserk Super Saiyan, and your auto attacks makes you dash to enemies and fucking clobber them and stun them, and it's really cool. It feels very satisfying to play and just know you someone like that. Same for Daima Goku's ult, where it's basically a counter, depending on the damage you take when you activate it and when you actually deal the strike, deal the damage will increase depending on how much damage you take, which has led to very hype situations where I managed to take 2 or 3 knockouts despite being a little bit low on health. Yeah, I like it. I really like it. In general, I don't like Dragon Ball Daima, okay? I'm probably, when I get my cam and my little house and my place to actually make those videos and like upgrade on quality, because I really want to invest on those, I'll make a proper Dragon Ball Daima review / thoughts / yapping session. Because I sure have thoughts about it. What you need to know for now is I don't like it, but Daima Goku in this game made me warm up to it, because having the 2 motherfuckers with you is funny. And again, just the love and there is in this game is really nice to see. You can pin characters to the home menu, otherwise it's the last characters you've played or have seen. And they have the idol animations that are very cool and cute. And the one for Daima Goku in particular is genuinely so cool. I really like it. The OST of the game is really great too. There's lots of cool pieces, like a lot of earworms. One that I really want to shout out is one that I didn't even know existed, because it happens if the match lasts 15 minutes, okay? If it does, both Zenos will snap and basically pull a future Trunks and will start destroying the timeline, which means that every single objective starts getting destroyed over time very quickly, including the Dragon Shell, so basically the Nexus. And if you still don't finish the game within that minute, basically, they fucking wipe the map and the game ends in the draw. And I don't know, I think it's cool, and the music's actually threatening and hype, and I love it. Also, it's not too hard to unlock new characters right now, like you just need to play a little bit of the game every day. I want to see if this game will fumble its content and its monetization later, because it's all it comes down to, honestly. Obviously, there's also the player base, communication, etc. You gotta bring in new people, you gotta keep the old people, and those are very important for a game not to die. But specifically for this kind of game, you have to make sure that you don't make people run away with all they knew because you're such a money-hungry whore. I'm just saying, okay? I can see that kind of things happen. But so far, it's mostly heroes are unlockable for free, or you get a fast pass if you want with money. And cosmetics are the big things that you unlock with money, which I'm fine with. I'm really fine with. There are some cool stuff. One of the things I really like is having a... I think her name in English dub is Fasha. I only know her name in French. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Fasha's outfit for Caulifla. And ooh, Saiyans in armors, right? It's always a classic that the Saiyan armor just fucking works on everyone. I don't make the rules. There's also melee animation for 2 players, which I think is really cool. Yeah, like, I've put a lot of money on fucking Dragon Ball Breakers. I've probably put more money on Breakers than I have in Xenoverse 2, which is crazy. So, if the monetization is fair, you will have money from people, and I hope it stays that way, because I'm looking at you, Dragon Ball Legends, and you are not a fair bitch. Speaking of which, are the models in Gekishin Squadra from Legends? I could swear they are, but I don't have a way to prove it. I just feel it. But anyway, they look nice. I do love it. New modes in the future would be nice. New maps. I'm listening for everything. There's a lot of characters that you can have fun with. Not even talking about forms, but like just straight up new other characters. And I'm looking forward to it. I wish this game a long and merry life. And I'll probably talk about it as it evolves here. If I find the strength and time and energy within me to stream regularly, you would find me on this game Don't count on it too much though. Okay, that's pretty much it. And I was supposed to release other videos, but between the internet going terribly and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds releasing, I probably won't release any normal videos for a little bit. I hope you... Excuse me, I do a little bow even though you can't see it because I don't have my camera yet. Anyway, bye bye.